Jeff Thomas, who is a mysterious case of how he's even got here, to be honest. Physically, very good. You can see there, acceleration and pace-wise, he is rapido, crossing and corners, very good as well. Bit of flair, determination, aggressive in the tackle. We'll assume so anyway. And caps at under 21 level for Wales. Oddly, he was just released by Wrexham, and we're not really sure why. 8 goals in 38 appearances for a player who's still relatively young at 19. So, yeah, delighted to bring him in.
And today we celebrate a friend, a hero, an assist machine. 283 appearances, 113 assists, and a 7.6 average rating. Our friend, Jeff Thomas.
Oh, Jeff Thomas is magic. He wears a magic hat. He used to play for Wrexham. He didn't fancy that. He came to play for Salford, the class of 92. Oh, Jeff Thomas is magic. He's Salford through and through. Oh, Jeff Thomas's testimonial is today. Are you looking forward to it? Come on, let's have a play. Oh, here we are then. Welcome to a bonus episode of the Salford story. Not an actual episode, but if you're watching this in chronological order, this is before the transfers of the pre-season. So let's get into this. Jeff Thomas is the main event today, and a man that we've enjoyed and cherished through over 10 years now of his Salford career. He started with us in the Vanarama National, got him on a free transfer from Wrexham. Still unsure how I got him. At that point, to me, he was not just a sort of a good right winger. He was a wonder kid. And yeah, he was fantastic. First season, couldn't fail to impress. 22 assists in his opening season in 39 games. He then went on next season, 18 assists in 34 games in League 2 with 14 Man of the Match awards. Worth noting, he played 34 games that season and got 14 Man of the Match awards, getting an 8.02 average rating, his best average rating with his time, from his time with us. He then went on next season. I thought, can't get any better than this. 27 assists in 34 games for Jeff Thomas on that right side in League 1. It propelled us to the Championship, where, admittedly, for a few seasons he did struggle. It was a different atmosphere for him, a little bit more difficult for him to have an impact, and then injuries hit as we kind of made it into the Premier League, and then we signed Peter, and he didn't feature as much. But then a couple of seasons ago, 12 assists, 3 goals in 17 games, a 7.48, and you think about his first season with us, a 7.95. So many years on, from League 2, from the Vanarama National to the Premier League, to put in a 7.48, be a consistent member of the squad when relied upon, essentially. Jeff Thomas is arguably one of the heroes, one of the legends of this series. Actually, let's see where he is in the Salford Hall of Fame kind of thing. So Jeff Thomas is listed as an icon. For me, him and Andy Tannoy should arguably be legends, but me and the Harp and Barry Massey, who's already a player legend here, he should be with us, Jeff Thomas and Andy Tannoy. What a season he's had. Potentially still will be. And it's disappointing to me that obviously our stadium is called the Salford Stadium. And I would loved it to have been called something like the Thomas Arena or the Tannoy Arena. But never mind. It's just quite the career he's had. He's come from nothing to now, and with stats and attributes like he's got, it's surprising that even now he still puts in a relatively good performance in the Premier League. He's got pace, he's got good crossing, free kick taking's not great, but he's basically the David Beckham of Salford City, and yeah, it's sad that from this season onwards we will not see as much of him. It's time to move him on, but it's time to give him a proper send-off against one of Jeff Thomas's favourite teams, Napoli. I don't know either. I have no idea. Right then, let's see some of the old faces that have returned. I've got to hide a lot of people because we've made signings. Okay then, this is the team I'm deciding to put out today. Kovacs comes back for us, as does Mike Lenz. We've got Villalba, who's returned, Ryan Gould, who's also come back, and Mikel Renard, who was a benefactor of the crosses of Jeff Thomas. Barry, Casper, Humphreys, Backhouse, and Marky Parky also featured today, as well as Jeff Thomas, of course, on that right side. And oh my, Napoli are in for one hell of a crossing beating. So the important thing today is that they go out and have fun, and as we did with Andy Tannoy's testimonial, we're going to watch this in 3D just so we can get a real appreciation of how many people have turned up for the Andy Tannoy testimonial. I hope he gets a cross, maybe a goal. I should probably put him on penalties, actually. Let's do that. Let's make sure today Jeff That's Huey Tielemans. Jeff Thomas is top of the list. There we go. So obviously it's a pre-season game. That's DeMarco, by the way. I might as well tell you this. DeMarco, that's the Palmer DeMarco. Left back for, I don't know who he played for originally. Don't think it was Napoli. Someone will know. I tried to sign him this season. Oh, sorry, no, stop that story. Jeff Thomas on the right-hand side, propelling himself down the wing. Plays it into Ryan Gould, and Jeff Thomas has gone again, and Villalba finds him. Jeff Thomas, ball into the middle. Oh, no one finds it. The ball was good. No one was on the end of it, though, as Barry's got it on this left side. Are we going to take a 1-0 lead against Napoli? I do hope so. Casper, lovely reaching ball out to Marek Kovacs, who returns for us today, and it's blocked by the Napoli defender. But yeah, DeMarco tried to sign him this summer for Salford, but we couldn't get him. So I've had to bring in someone else. You'll find out about him later. Another episode, essentially, the next episode, if you're watching in chronological order. If you're not, sorry about this. The Jeff Thomas testimonial. What a career the man has had. It's unbelievable to think that throughout Jeff Thomas's career, he still manages to sustain a level of performance that we don't see from players just these days. You know, like, I guess the most recent example is Jamie Vardy, who's gone from sort of the non-leagues and gone all the way through to the Premier League and still performs. And Jeff Thomas is the Jamie Vardy of this save. He's gone from non-league, he's gone from the Vanarama National, and he's come all the way to the point now where he's still putting, as I showed you before, he's still putting in great performances in the Premier League. I must say, this testimonial is underwhelming. Not a lot has happened so far. What we'll do, actually, is exploit the right flank, so we give it to Jeff Thomas more and more. But yeah, he's certainly, as I said before, he's certainly a legend in my eyes. He's down as an icon. But for me, he's legend status. To stay with us for so long, admittedly, he didn't start at us, and I think that's a little bit sad in a way, because I feel like he's definitely our player. No one else has had him as much as we have, obviously. So for him to be here so long and see so many things happen, so many changes happen, you think if that was actually a player, like in real life, if his career was like a real, like, malleable's the wrong word, but like if it was a real thing, the amount of plaudits Jeff Thomas would get for sticking with the club for so long. He's had offers as well. He's been touted to move all the time. He often says he wants a new challenge, which I think is fair enough, because to be at the club for so long, he obviously now understands he's not first choice, and he comes to me and goes, I want a new challenge. And I always say, look, Jeff, we need players like you. We need your experience. He's like, you're right, boss. And he does it every time, honestly, every single time. I think it's probably happened, I'm not over-exaggerating, about 15 times. He's gone, really want a new challenge. I'm going, no, Jeff, come on. There's younger children here, young kids that need your advice, your experience. And then all of a sudden you can just see him sat there going, yeah, he's right, actually, I am needed. I am wanted. And he is. And he's hopefully he'll see out his career here. I'll offer him as many contracts as he can get. Obviously, Danny Webber, the first person to become part of our scout team. Andy Tannoy is now part of our scouting team, and hopefully Jeff Thomas will take a coaching role as well. I think based on his career, there's a chance he will do. It's been the most underwhelming testimonial match I think I've ever seen, but it has given me a chance and a focus on a player that I think we've seen the absolute best of. You can think about, if you watched Salford in the early days when he was absolutely tearing apart the Vanarama National, League 2, League 1, you'll know what I'm talking about. And there he is, he claps the fans. Look at that, that is a man of the people right there. He was clapping the fans like nobody's business. But that just brings to the end to a very dull, very underwhelming 1-0 defeat against Napoli, who, decent side by all accounts. But yeah, 1-0. Jeff Thomas, as I say, will take a back seat now from the side, we've brought in replacements at right wing. We've still got Peter as well, so you'll find out more about that in the upcoming transfer episode. But Jeff Thomas, from me, from the people in the comment section, if you want to leave your thanks to Jeff Thomas, you should do it right now. Thank you, Jeff. Jeff Thomas is magic. He wears a magic hat. He used to play for Wrexham. He didn't fancy that. He came to play for Salford. At the time was the class of 92. Jeff Thomas is magic. He's Salford through and through. See you later, folks. Bye.